Okay, so that was hard.
What is up, everyone, and welcome back to another REFSIX weekly vlog. So it is still in the midst of preseason. We obviously had a game Tuesday. It is now Wednesday, so it's the day after. I'm obviously back from work. But what I'm going to do this week is going to be nice and simple. I'm going to take you through my training plan. Obviously, it's been recovery day today, cycle to work, which you would have seen in the last vlog. So I'm going to take you through my training plan. So today is obviously an evening session, which is going to be pull. And then I've also got a speed session tomorrow. And then I'm going to take you through all of Saturday's game, which is a bit of a strange Saturday because we've got two games. We've got Hayward Heath versus Hartley Whitney in the middle as a Ishmael League game. So to get me used to sort of the level of standard of football that I'm going to be doing next year. And then I've got like a line in the evening for somebody that I said I'd help out for. And then Sunday, I have a recovery day. Hopefully the game's being filmed so we can do some analysis on the game because obviously it's pre-season, the time to make, not mistakes, but get better, improve, find the things. This week specifically, I'm working on my position in the middle of the park. I don't feel it's been so strong in the last couple of weeks. And I just feel a little bit lost in there sometimes. So that's what I'm working on this week. So hopefully we can have some highlights that we can look at my positioning and tease out what I need to do, exit left, exit right, am I too static? All those questions we need to ask of me, see if I can get it done really. So that's the plan this week. Come along for today's session, which will be a late one. So the time is now 5:30. I'll probably be in the gym by 6:30, 6:45. It'll be a late one, but it's going to be a pull, but we've got to get it done. And then tomorrow's training session. So that's the start of the vlog. I look forward to bringing you along and yeah, let's get this done. So we have the cone set up. We're going to do speed session. We got last year's boots, so I've got the old Under Armours that I'm going to wear. It's obviously raining, so the ground is softer. Game tomorrow, so speed session today. Nothing major. It's going to be sort of to the first cone and back, to the second cone and back, to the third cone and back, and that's going to be followed by sort of, I'm going to do that 3 times, rest for 3 minutes. Do it again 3 times, rest for 3 minutes, and we'll do that 5 times. So it should be about half an hour session, including a warm-up and cool down. So, nothing too strenuous on the legs, nice and easy. You're gonna put some headphones in and smash this. Okay, so that was hard. Training on your own sucks, but we've got to get it done in pre-season, because the idea is to peak for the start of the season. Hopefully the fixtures come out today. It's been tough today, but I feel like I need to do more of these. The ground is still very solid, so I'm glad I went into the old, like last season before's boots where they're already broken in. So yeah, it's been a tough session. So if I can do it in the rain, I can do it whenever. It's still hot, still muggy, so I'm sweating quite a lot, but obviously that's a contributor of the rain as well. But yeah, I'm glad I got it done. Pre-season is very much underway. Game tomorrow, double game tomorrow, then recovery Sunday. So yeah, let's do the right things tonight, and then I'll speak to you lovely people tomorrow morning. So yeah, that's me over and out for the day. Yeah, but we're in full swing now.
The next day.
Morning, so it's match day. The time is 10:30. I've slept in a little bit today, which is great. Obviously with 2 games today, it's just going to be a long day, so I didn't really want to get up early and sort of faff about and just be up for the sake of being up, so I chilled out a little bit. So the plan is nice and simple. Go for a little walk now, get it done and out of the way, listen to some music, and then I'm going to have pre-match, pack my stuff and go. So it should be a fairly, because obviously I'm up maybe an hour later, everything's just a little bit sped up really. So yeah, the plan is to go out now, chill out and get my stuff ready. So yeah, I'll catch you guys probably for the pre-match meal in a bit. So it's 11:30, and I've got a bacon and egg sandwich to start. So that's good. So obviously being 11:30, I don't have to leave the house for another 2 hours. So I'm going to see how full I am in maybe an hour's time. And then if I need to have some more, I'll have some more. I've obviously got the usual stuff of gels and sweets and stuff. So we'll see how we are. Like I said, it's a big day out, so we'll just have to play it by ear. I might take some food with me as well to the ground, or hopefully there's some post-match that I can eat there so I can go for the next one. So yeah, it's just about being prepared, really. So yeah, I'm going to eat this, chill out, and then check in probably in about an hour when I'm about to pack my kit bag and stuff. So yeah, see you in a bit. Right, okay, the time is 1 o'clock and it's time to pack up my kit bag. So, I'm just gonna basically go through the standard stuff. I've got a little bit of added stuff today just because obviously the 2 games, so it's gonna be a bigger rucksack. But other than that, we should be okay. So yeah, this is the kit I'm bringing today. So starting with, we've got the traveling tracksuit, the tracksuit I'm gonna wear to the game. So I'm gonna put that on just after this video. Buzzer flags, boots, gonna go back into the boots I'm in for pre-season, for matches now, because it might be my last one of pre-season. I'm gonna sweat one out, so I'm gonna get some boot spray, bag for my boots, bag for my dirty kit, warm-up top, match top, undershorts, 2 pairs for 2 games, match top for second game, match top for first game, Under Armour, I've got another one just over there as well for 2 games. 1 pair of shorts because I can't be bothered to change. 2 pairs of socks, 1 pair of grip socks for the first game because it's going to be sweaty. And a pair of Nike socks for the second game. Sweets for the boys, towel for me. Speaker, which is going to be a big thing this year, especially with people I'm going out with more. Hydro tablets, Lucozade, box of tricks, power bank because I've obviously got 2 games, I'm going to need to make sure my watch is charged. So yeah, and then wash bag because after 2 games I'm gonna hum. So yeah, that's the kit, just all there, all neatly laid out. Food wise, I don't feel like I need any more. It was quite big. I've got plenty of water, plenty of tablets. So yeah, so far so good. Gonna get this packed up, gonna get changed, and then basically shoot off because I want to be there for 2, which is probably a little bit later than normal. But that's what it is, really. Okay, so I've just finished the game. I'm sat in the car park at Hayward Heath, so I thought it went well. I haven't looked at my stats yet because I'm going to shoot off for obviously game 2. I've got time to pop home, which is nice. Thought it was a good game. Happy with how it went. In all honesty, it's one of those things that pre-season is a lot about survival and getting to the right places and doing the right things and getting in the right habits. So I'm glad that what I've done is done, and I'm very happy with how it went. In terms of my positioning was a lot better. I felt I was in the way a little bit, but but not a massive amounts. Just going to put my watch on charge for game 2. But yeah, so far, I'm very happy with how it went. I don't have too many quarries. I'm going to go through the game and I'm going to, think about it on the drive home, and then maybe come up with some new points for tomorrow, because tomorrow will be fresh. There's no match return or anything for pre-seasons. You just get on with it. No yellow cards, no red cards. So yeah, we just get on with it. So far so good. Very happy. On to game number 2.
A few moments later.
Got to game 2, and they've moved it to the 26th. Buzzing. So that's fine. It means I'm gonna go and meet my friends for some food. So yeah, not really much to say about that. It is what it is. It happens. We move on. Take the L. But it means I don't have to do a second game. So tomorrow will be easier. It's Sunday. We've obviously got over yesterday's good and bad. Obviously the good being the Hayward Heath game, the bad being the other game that got cancelled. But that's fine. That's not here nor there. It's a bit disappointing, about, they told me that the game was moved and I didn't know. But it's fine because I went out for dinner and had a nice burger. So in terms of analysis, we're very much focusing this preseason on my positioning. It was not great last week, so I wanted to be better this week. Now, interestingly, if we have a quick look at total distance and stuff, my distance was 8.22k, which is lower than a lot lower than normal. And it wasn't that I wasn't working hard, actually. I just was trying to be more conscious about my sprints. So if we have a quick look at my sprints, we can see there's obviously this weird long high one. I don't know what that was from. Maybe an injury or a drinks break, but it looks like it's going in the right areas. A lot of the sprints are in the right areas, and if we look at the second half as well, in those right areas. So the important thing is, it's a positive start. Now, the good thing we have on REFSIX is we have something called the heat comparison tool. So we find this in trends, then positioning, and then this brings up our heat comparison tool. I'm using it on my iPad, just because obviously I'm filming on my phone. But you could do this on the desktop, on the laptop, and on your phone as well. So if we have a quick look at my heat comparison tools, I'm going to look at the difference between, I'm going to do it this way, up or this way. We're going to look at the difference between Worthing, and we're going to look at the difference between the Hayward Heath game. If we look at it all in general, you can see obviously there's 2 big red splotches in those danger areas where I'm trying to avoid. But in the Hayward Heath game, you can see I'm trying to get out of that circle more by staying up on this left-hand side. So if we break it down from the first half and second half, where we're going to get that more detailed information from, we can see that in the first half, I spent a lot of time in the middle on the top game, in the Worthing game. Whereas in the Hartley-Whitney game underneath, you can see I'm trying to make that effort to get out of that centre circle. I know there's still a lot in there, but I'm very much arcing my run. A lot of the game was played in the middle of the park here as well, so I have to be conscious of that. But you can see that I'm trying to make the effort to get out of there, and the heat map is showing that I am making that active effort to get out of there, which is important. I didn't get as wide in this game. I didn't need to. The game didn't warrant it. It was very one-sided. There were a few quick breaks, but other than that, very one-sided. So the idea was to try and hold back and let play build in front of me, which we can see because in the Hartley-Whitney game, just in front of the centre circle, you can see this red spot where I'm obviously trying to let play go in front of me. So I've worked my way around the centre circle and sat in front of it and let play build up in front of me, which is ideal, really. And if we look at the second half from both games, again, not so much in the centre, but slightly in front of it. Again, trying to work my way out of it. Obviously, these 2 games are almost chalk and cheese. One of them I ran 10k, one of them I ran 8k. So obviously, one's going to be more spread out. It was a faster paced game, but I felt out of position more. Whereas this one, I felt more in position. And you can see, obviously, the work that I've put in by not going through those danger areas and in sort of a nice contained unit, almost between inside the penalty spots. Obviously the 2 same assistants as well that I trust explicitly, and obviously getting used to working with them, obviously my mates, but getting used to working with them is a big deal. Not big deal, that's wrong, but you get used to how they work, and the more you trust someone, the more you can sort of step away from them, knowing that they're going to give the decision and only jump in when you need to.
So in terms of going into the season next, we haven't got our fixtures yet, but I am more confident in going into the season with my positioning. It's taken 2 games. It's I feel like I'm not back into the full swing of things, but in a better position than I was on Tuesday. So it's about building the momentum. I don't have a game now until the start of the season. I'm away next weekend for a vlog, so obviously stay tuned for that one. Next week's going to be a belter. And then other than that, it'll be straight back into the season. So whether I start on a line or I start in the middle, I feel like I'm in a good position. So that's been the analysis session. I wanted to keep it short and sweet. We didn't have to go for everything. There wasn't a lot in the game. You've seen a couple of sprints. I'm still hitting those top speeds as well, which is nice, even in a pre-season. But the important thing today was looking at my heat maps. I've clearly made an active effort to get out and spread out a little bit more around the penalty spot. But the game was quite in the middles. But I still felt, this backs up how I felt yesterday. So very good part of the vlog so far, the analysis session. I'm very happy with how it went, and I'll catch you guys in a bit. So that is the end of another weekly vlog. I know, sad, I am too, but have no fear, next week is something completely different in terms of pre-season training and getting into that mindset of being the best I can be. So stay tuned for that, because I think it's going to be a very, very special vlog. But in terms of this vlog, pre-season is going well. It's done for me now. I'm over for pre-season. The next game I will have will probably be the start of the season, which I'm looking forward to now, actually. I feel like I'm in a good place. So thank you very much for watching, as always. If you're not subscribed and got this far, please subscribe and smash that like button. And if you want to get notified, hit that bell icon so you never miss an upload. So thanks very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you at the next REFSIX weekly vlog.